Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and thank you for tuning into my channel. Um, I really appreciate it. Um, Today, we're going to talk about a pretty nice, interesting topic that I think all of us will like, and I will be back in just a minute. Welcome back. Today, I wanted to talk about the benefits of an EBT card. Perhaps some of you have an EBT card, but you probably don't know some of the things that you can and you can't buy with it. And I also want to talk about some, easy, not too expensive meals that you can prepare as well. Um, One of the things that I like to make, now the meal itself, I guess it depends on what cut of meat that you get. I usually like to work, like for instance, example, pot roast. I like to work with a chuck roast. It's tender, it's good, it doesn't really break the bank, it's not too terribly bad per pound. But what I like to do with a chuck roast is this: when you make it and you prepare it, the potatoes and the carrots and all of your vegetables that you put in it, um, it's going to create like a natural broth from the meat. One of the things, and this goes back to my childhood, that I like to do is I like to take the next day, take the broth. Of course, you're going to have some fat come to the surface. You can just take that off. But I like to take the juice or the broth from the roast and put it over pasta or rice. And it makes like a little bit like a beef pasta or a beef with rice. And I like to sprinkle, a little bit of pepper and some Parmesan cheese on it. And that's really good. You know, that's one thing that you can do. Another type of meal that you can do, a meal does not always have to be a meat, vegetables, starch, and all of that. For dinner is really one of the meals that I like to not eat, so heavy. I like to take a couple vegetables of my choice, green beans, peas and carrots, asparagus, even though that can be a little pricey. But, and do that, prepare nothing but vegetables for dinner, a nice salad. One of my favorite lettuce to use, I prefer romaine. You can always make like a nice Caesar salad. It doesn't necessarily have to have any meat in it. You can put, chopped up chicken in it. A chef salad. Of course, I like to use either chopped up chicken, and I also like to use a good, smoked turkey or oven roasted turkey and put that in there. And a nice dressing. It can be a dressing of your choice. It can be oil and vinegar, a vinaigrette, whichever you prefer. So you don't necessarily have to go out, and spend a lot of money and, have a big grocery bill to create a meal. And another thing you can do when you go grocery shopping at the store, you can always grocery shop around the weekly ad, what's on sale. And that's another thing you can do. Another tip I have that I like to share before I switch gears about the EBT is a lot of the time, if you go, especially in the mornings, I have found out, when you go to the meat counter or the meat department of a grocery store, a lot of the time they do have meat that's about to expire. and they will mark it down to sell it. Mind you, the meat is still good. It just expires on that day. And they're going to knock $3, $4, $5 off what you buy sometime. But what I do recommend is when you buy it, go home and prepare it that day if you can. That's what I usually do. And like I said, revolve around the weekly ad. Go to the meat counter in the morning for the discounted meat, and you can save some money that way. Now, moving on to the EBT card. Most people don't realize, and as far as I know, in all 50 states, you can purchase any cold food using an EBT card. You can go to a deli, you can get potato salad, macaroni salad, you can get sub sandwiches on an EBT card. It will cover it. Another thing most people forget, you can also go and purchase cold chicken, whether it's fried or rotisserie. It really doesn't matter as long as it's cold. Anything that you have to prepare, it is covered under the EBT card. Also, I also want to mention this, and this is pretty much all I can say for the most part when it comes to EBT. I'm not sure how many of you are on Amazon Prime, but anyone who has an EBT card can get Amazon Prime at $5.99 a month, roughly $72 a year, versus the $119 that you pay normally. There's not really that much of a problem in order to become a member. All you have to, or to get the half price, all you have to do is take a picture of your EBT card and somehow you upload it to Amazon and they approve it. And that's pretty much how it goes. So that's another way that you can enjoy the benefits of being a Prime member without breaking the bank. And roughly, because they do charge sales tax, it's costing me $6.03 a month to have Amazon Prime. I originally had it set up at the $119 price, but I not recently, but a few months back, found out that you can get it at the discounted, and I've been on it ever since. And you still get the same benefits. So any of you that have not considered that, you might want to look into that. It's definitely worthwhile. I want to thank you for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I will be having some more upcoming videos in the near and upcoming future in the next few days, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.